Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and we're going on an adventure. It's gonna be a very adventurous weekend. I'll explain later. But we are heading to Windsor for FanCon. I did FanCon last year. I had really no expectations other than I hope I do well. It was their first time last year, and they had a con, and then the group dismantled the con, and then a new group picked up the con. So now it's back. Kind of like what happened with Kitchener Comic Con. I don't think it's the same story, but similar revamp situation, if I have to go on about that. But anyway, so we're going to Windsor, specifically LaSalle, for FanCon, and it's a 2-day event this time. So I have to stay overnight because it ends today at 8. It starts at noon, thankfully, but it ends at 8. So I'm not going all the way home and then coming back. That's a lot of driving. A lot of late night driving, actually, and I don't want to do that. So I have a plan, and I hope it works out well for the first time. Like I said, I'll explain later. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get coffee, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go get gas just in case. Like, I'm a little bit under half a tank, but I want to risk it, and it might be a little bit cheaper right now since it's like the morning. Regardless of the prices, I'm still gonna go get gas today. Oh, and like, my kid is like alone this weekend because my mom is also in Hamilton visiting my sister. So she's gone that way, I'm going this way, and Gabe's just gonna be like, I have nobody, but there's people around him to help him out, including my downstairs neighbors if they're available. So there's that. Okay, 2-hour drive, let's go. I had to run back home and get my extra table and chair because I forgot that I have a corner booth, and I left my other table in Hamilton, and I was all like, psh, I don't need it. Anyway, I brought my small table, which is fine. It's better than nothing. And I brought my chair. And I wasn't very far. Always a great start on show days. We literally opened in like 2 minutes. I forgot maybe 1 or 2 signs, and that's it, but I have everything. So here goes to having a good day, and I'm next to the DJ, so I'm always gonna listen to music. It was like so busy earlier, and now there's like, everyone's at the TCG, so at least get good music. There's also pizza right across from me that I kind of want, and someone's making like flavored iced coffees, almost like slushies, like an ice cap, except it probably tastes better. So we close in like 35 minutes. It's been real quiet for the last like 3 hours here, and we can't leave until 8. Safe to say though, my wallet is safe. I think I only spent like $5 on bookmarks that my neighbor made herself. And I got some drinks and pizza across from me. So, day 1 is officially over. I made about 90% of my table money. We still have all day tomorrow. Hopefully it's busy. Taking a nice stroll to this nice park because my car is parked on the other side of it. But Adventure 1 is done, and now we're off to Adventure 2. which will be a 15-minute drive. P.S. I'm not sure if I want to go buy books today or not, because there's a home sense around here and I kind of want to go buy books. Since I'm missing a few, fuck it, I'm gonna go buy some books. So this is the next adventure. We are car camping. Why pay for a lot of money on a hotel when I have a spacious car that I can sleep in and save money? No, really though. Hotels are getting really expensive when it comes to being a vendor, and I didn't have any friends to ask. I actually have a friend in Windsor that I could possibly stay, but it was last minute, so I didn't want to intervene in her plans. So we're gonna car camp. I haven't car camped ever. Well, except the one time I went with my ex. And when my ex asked me while we were putting our tent up where the temple was, I did not pack the temples. Somehow I did not pack them. So we had to sleep in our car, and the car was not comfortable because we weren't prepared. But slightly, I am prepared. I had a plan to cover up all of my side windows, but the plan did not work. And I've been busy all week at work to do anything about the windows. I could have done cardboard, but I didn't do cardboard. I have this sheet here I got from a friend who doesn't have a car, so she gave it to me, and that's usually for like winter, but I thought it would be useful to put that at the front there. My plan was to use this fabric that I left in my car and my bag hooky thingies and put it on those, like the handles. There's no handles at the back here, so I tried using this thing, which did not work out in my favor. So that sucks. So instead of just spending hours and hours trying to block out my windows, I'm just gonna say F it and just wake up at 5 a.m. with the sun beaming down on my face. I might as well. So, but it's fine. It's fine. It was a little bit hot in here, but now it's actually a bit cool with the little vents that I made. Got the idea on TikTok. Thank you to this person here. I rather have the black ones than the white ones, but Home Depot did not have the black ones that I really wanted, so I had to makeshift this because of my windows. Because my windows are on an angle. They're not fully straight. So I had to makeshift it out of that. And somehow bugs are getting in. Kind of getting in. I haven't seen any since I killed. There's one. There's two. Oh my god. I would not be surprised that there's some bugs in here when I wake up in the morning. I have a feeling I'm not going to sleep well because I did not bring a fan, which I should have bought, but again, these were last minute decisions, so I did not bring a fan. Tonight's dinner plans though is iced tea and sandwiches. Luckily, if I have to go to the washroom, I have bathroom privileges at the Flying J. I just want something light and easy to eat in my car while I watch some shows and whatnot. And because as a thank you for letting me crash in their parking lot, I bought some of their sandwiches and drinks. Was it a lot? It was. I actually didn't tell anyone I was staying in my car because the last thing I need is them to be like, why didn't you tell me? You could have crashed at this place or my hotel room without paying. No, I'm not doing that, so. But I am going to head to bed, kind of. I'm just waiting for the battery pack behind me to charge to 100% so I can use it to charge my phone, because it actually charges fast on my phone. And then I'm just gonna try to crash. Did not bring any of my edibles, because I found out if you are sleeping in a car, even when you are intoxicated or under the influence, you can still get charged, I think. So I'm not happy about that, because that's what I mean when I said I'm probably not going to sleep well. Anyways, I will see you guys all in the AM.
Well, I made it. It wasn't the greatest sleep, but I did sleep. I think I woke up in the middle of the night from a sound or something. I can't remember, but at one point I did wake up, and then I rolled over, and then I was back to sleep. I actually thought I woke up feeling like super hot, and I didn't. I think I actually was cold at one point in the middle of the night. Maybe that's why I woke up, because I was pretty covered. But I definitely want to invest like phone if I'm ever gonna car camp again, because just letting you guys know, there is cup holders here. There is like a giant dent, so I had to stuff it with like bags I had in the car. So yeah, so it's day 2 of FanCon, Windsor FanCon, and my attire is just going to be probably what I imagine to wear today. Something comfortable and loungy, and yeah. Actually, another thing I didn't realize, there's not any bugs in here, which I thought there was. So probably the bugs I was killing last night are probably the ones that kind of got in when I had my doors open while I was moseying around, getting set up and whatnot. I was actually more afraid, so I would just roll over and someone would be like staring inside my windows. Because like I said, none of my windows are covered. But I made it. I thought that was a bite. So, and I already called my mom, so my mom knows I'm alive. Oh, I should probably text my son to let him know that I wasn't like kidnapped. But it was not nice waking up to the freaking sun at this window. Whoop, this window beaming down on me when my head was right there, as you can see with the pillow. So I'm hoping I can open the trunk from the inside, and I don't think I can in this vehicle. I'll have to Google it. But yeah, on to day 2. Okay, so I just finished brushing my teeth. I got coffee. I'm all changed. I'm like a half hour early. Actually, I was an hour early. Then I saw a garage sale down the street, so I was like, meh. So I went and checked, and nothing. I'm sure there was more stuff yesterday because it was on for 2 days. It felt like either they were getting rid of some junk or someone passed away, because there were like so many things that I'm like, I don't know, like a grandma would have this, or a mom or a dad, considering how I love my dad, and that would make it obvious. But yeah, so I'm just gonna chill in my car. I already got gas. I don't want to burn any more gas, and I'm gonna read my book and see how far I can get within the next half hour, because we can't go in until 11, and I want to walk around for a bit. So, because I didn't really get a good look at some stuff, because again, I'm only at my booth, and the new neighbors around me, it's not their responsibility to watch my booth unless I'm going to the washroom. So if I really want to go and check some stuff out, I want to walk around. My hair looks crazy today, but you know what? I don't care. I really don't care. I got through one chapter, and now it's time to go. I just ran into one of my vendor friends, and they're like, oh, how did you sleep last night? And I was like, I slept okay. And they're like, oh, so where'd you stay? Because they knew I was not from here. And I was like, well, for the first time ever, I slept in my car. And they were like, you slept in your car? And I was like, yeah, I car camped, trying something new for the summer, because all the hotels around here are starting to go for like 150 plus just for the night. And they were like, well, if we knew about that, we could have shared a hotel with you. So they'll think about that next year.
But I said, hey, this is just more like backup plans when I do run fairs with Key and we're not allowed to sleep in our booths, aka when we get caught sleeping in our booths. So, but it's fine. This was just a spur of the moment kind of a deal, just to try it out and see. And like I said, a few things I need to grab for the car, but not in dire need. But one plan failed, so I gotta do the other plan B, which is what I kind of wanted to do, but I wanted to save money a little bit with what I have. So, but I might ask my mom if I can put those, if it works, like those adhesive hooks, something like that, because then I can put curtain rods and just put curtains up, you know what I mean? We'll see, but construction paper is where it's at. I need to get iced coffee because it's so good. I mean, like, who wouldn't want this? Like, it's so good.
The Queen of Darkness herself. Dylan. Let's go. You bodacious babe, you. Congratulations. We have our winners, guys. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, everyone feels so awesome. But these are your top dogs, your winners, your masters, and so well earned. You guys did awesome. So proud of you.
And now I have to go across the park to go fetch my car. We are in my car. I'm obviously packed. That means Windsor Fan Con is finally over. But no, seriously, it's been a wild weekend, to be honest. I did better than I did last year by like $8. That is the goal. It's always to do better every time you return to an event or break even. That's just, you know what I mean. And I feel like I might have made it more if I made more dice bags, because a lot of people were asking like for Spider-Man dice bags, which I have at home, not finished. I've had people ask me more about Star Wars. I have them, they're just not finished.
And then I tried to do D&D. And then people were asking for D&D. And I made one design. But people were looking for the purple design I usually get, or the beholder, or the lich, like from the panel D&D fabric. I had no time. That's kind of my own downfall, right? So, yeah, was it worth it? Yeah, 100%. I even saved money sleeping in my own car. Only thing that I bought was these cool bookmarks. I don't need like a bazillion bookmarks, but apparently I need a bazillion bookmarks. But they're all just like paper, laminated, cut moons and stars and mostly bats and a wand. I thought these were cute. They were $5. Not each, $1 per bookmark. So that's all I bought. And a lot of caffeine. I drink a lot of caffeine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I drank a lot. Oh, there's a Tim's right next door that I can pick up my iced coffee before I go. Was it worth for 2 days? Maybe. It did bring a lot of crowd. Although for the last like 3 hours on Saturday, it was dead. It was super, super dead. But a lot of people came yesterday thinking the cosplay contest was yesterday, but it wasn't. It was today. But it was a lot busier today in short amount of time because it was only 12 to 5. So everyone was like shopping and cosplay contest. And I actually really loved my spot. For once I could watch the cosplay contest. And the music was decent, but it wasn't annoying to me either. So, and my neighbors were awesome. Didn't really get a lot of booth shot, but I did do a lot of cosplay shots because I never really do that, and I took the advantage of where I was standing, even though I'm so short. So I hope you guys didn't mind how it was filmed, because, you know, 5'1" legally. It is what it is. So am I gonna come back next year? 1000%. Now that a few vendors found out that I slept in my car last night, they're like, we should just share a hotel room, even if it's gonna be like $40 to like $50 per person. And I was like, that's fine. This was just backup in case I have nowhere else to sleep. And it worked out all as well. So I had a great time. I met new people. I met 1 or 2 returning customers, and I beat my numbers. So it was really a good weekend. My next show, we're going back to Hillside. If you guys don't know or remember, but most of you guys probably don't know, I went to Hillside last year, and it's a 3-day music festival. And last year, I think it was on our first night. Whoa, it somehow we went from 20 to 22 degrees down to 3 or 4. I froze in my tent. It was so cold that I fell asleep in a fetal position, and my hips were so sore from sleeping in that position the next day. It was so hard for me to get up and walk around. So Key and I were bringing blankets. I'm bringing like tons of blankets and a bunch of pillows because that was uncalled for. We're hoping this doesn't happen again this year. But it will feel so good to return with a bunch of cool music and a bunch of unique vendors. I have decided I'm only going to bring tote bags. People are going to be at a music festival. They're going to need things to carry on. I need to get rid of some fabric. I got a lot of upholstery fabric that I think would look great. So I'm going to do things like that. Maybe with a pleather bottom. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I'm definitely just going to make bags for the next show. And then prep myself for the next show after that. And then I pretty much have 3 weeks off of shows. So it's gonna be a fun time. Anyways, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna watch House of the Dragon. If you guys did like this video of me coming back to Windsor FanCon, please give this video a nice like. If you want to follow me and my other social media accounts, all the links are down below in the description box as well. Make sure you subscribe for more shows that I'll be doing, testing out, and how I'm surviving as a vendor doing shows back to back to back all the time. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. See you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.